Today we're going to be doing an oil change on an E65 2006 BMW or 750i, the short one, but I'm pretty sure 750Li and I are the same thing. I got the car jacked up, but I'm going to show you a couple pointers on how to jack up the car, and if you don't want to use Rhino ramps, use your hydraulic jack. Okay. Here's the jack, and this is not a low profile jack. It had this on it, but I just took that off the top, slipped it right under here, and here's your bumper here. And what you want to do is you want to come down right here, and there's a little access point. It's about maybe this thick, about maybe that long. It's right here, and that is where you want to put all the weight on the jack right there. And of course you got your jack stands over here. Alright, just be very careful because the frame is not exposed. So I just put the jack stands where your tire mount jack in the trunk would go, right there and there. And then I do a 3-point safety jack, right? So I put just a little bit of pressure on this. If for some reason this jack stand fails and comes down, or that one comes down, I got this one. So I got 3 safety points. And then also behind the rear wheels, I have metal chalk so that the car will not roll backwards. Always do that. You don't want your car going into your neighbor's car and banging it up. So get pieces of 2x4, get a big metal weight, or just get chalk things from Walmart. These ones, I think my dad got at a garage sale. So anyway. Alright, this particular E65, as you can see in the foreground, this is your oil filter right here. I'll tell you the proper size on that in a second. This right here normally should be a plug, but it's actually an Allen wrench. It's going to be a large Allen wrench. You probably don't have it lying around the house. So anyway, put your oil pan and some newspapers, sorry it's a little bit windy of a day, underneath the vehicle, and let's have a go at it. You're going to put the Allen wrench in like this, and then of course lefty-loosey, so I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on this, and we'll start draining this. As you can see, this is your gold O-ring crush washer that they actually come with the oil filter when you buy it, and you can just buy those oil filters on eBay. I actually was in a bunch, so I had to go over to Pet Boys and buy one for 19 bucks, but you can get like 2 for 19 on eBay. Ship. So see, the oil's coming out, and we're gonna give it a go. There it is. So make sure you have a big enough oil pan to hold 7 or 8 quarts, so your driveway is not soaked and your wife's not pissed. Of course, I use my parents' house for the same purpose, that if I drip on their driveway, I won't get as beat, because my wife is really mean. Okay, so here is the magnetic oil drip cap right here. Okay, the old one was on it. Take that off and replace it with the new one here. Okay, but first you want to definitely clean it all off completely. It's magnetic, so a lot of crap stuff ends up on the end of it here. So clean that thoroughly, replace the new one on, and then put it back where you removed it from. And mine again is a large Allen wrench size. Okay, so we put back in the drain plug. Again, that's an Allen wrench. Then we took off, right next to it here is the oil filter, 1mm. Grab yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to crank that out. It's going to look like this here. Okay, it's still draining some oil, but right there, put on your 24mm. Unscrew it. It's going to come straight down, but put an oil pan underneath because there's going to be more oil in there that's going to dump out. Okay, that comes out, and then the filter is going to be attached to it. Filter is going to be this way, flat side down. Okay, there's little ridges right here. That side is going to face down towards the driveway. Okay, flat side up. Okay, so when you put your new one back in, I'll show you. You're going to put this side back up. Okay. Alright, as you can see, this is how much oil fell out of just the oil filter cap when I brought it down. Okay, the O-ring, the little black ring right there, it's right here in this little lip right here. Okay, we need to get this off, and we also need to clean this because look at how junky this is. Terrible. Also, it wasn't good that I put it in there, but it was for preparation purposes. This is a oil filter after supposedly 15,000 mile marker interval that BMW likes. I say no go. Use Mobil 1 040 European car formula. I picked this up at Walmart for $6.75 a bottle. They only sell it in 1 quarts. The E65 takes 9 or 8.5, so I bought 9. Takes 8.5. Okay. And this one I had to pick up. I was in a bind, so I just picked up a I was at Pep Boys, 19 bucks. There's the part number right there. The little O-ring is right here. Okay? Use something that you're not going to scratch it. There's a little nipple right here. Okay? And you just lift it up. Grab with your thumb. Okay? Pull on down. Real simple. Okay? Try not to scratch the thing. Okay? There's a groove. There's a groove right here, right where my fingernail is. There's a groove, okay? There's a lip here, a little groove, and then a groove here. Make sure you put it back in that same groove right there. Again. Right where my fingernail is, right there, my top of my fingernail right there. Thing. Get all that old nasty oil off of there. Now for the new O-ring that comes inside the oil filter when you buy it at the store. Okay. Again, we're going to put it in that little groove right there. Just inch it on. Snap it into play. Right there in that little groove. Just go around, make sure it's in that little groove right there. Beautiful. Okay. Now you want to take some fresh oil and just put it all around the edge of this here. We're going to do that right now. Just dab your finger in it. And then we're going to circle. I'm going to circle all the way around. Saw some other guys doing this, so guess what? I'm going to do it too. Okay, the little O-ring is underneath here, okay? The other little one, it took me a while to figure out where this goes. This little one belongs on this bolt right here, but I can't loosen it, so I'm going to put this back on the car, then try to get that bad boy in. But this goes on this washer down here. And again, this side is up, that side is down. Set it on there, it'll click, you'll actually hear a click. So remember, flat side is up, especially with the E65. This faces the driveway. Again, just put it straight up there and seal it on in, but I still have to put in this little O-ring, so I'm going to tighten this with a 24mm, and then I'm going to try to loosen this because it was really jammed down there. So let's get that hand tight first so you're not threading it. Nice. Okay, so that worked. I tightened this on, then I put some good strength into it. Whoever tightened that, it did not do a good job. So now, that little guy comes out, and we're going to have to put the new ring on. See that right there? That little black ring right there? We're going to put the new one on. Okay, there's the little black one. Again, use whatever you can. Just don't scratch or bend anything. This little putty knife works pretty good. You just grab it with your thumb there, and then you just get it right off. Or get a little needle nose plier and just scissor it, you know. So now there you go. A little edge, grip it with your thumb, turn it around until it comes off. Don't get confused with the old one, and put the new one back on the same little joint right there. You might have to put a little bit more oomph into it, so again, put your little thing there, get it on there, there's a little give to it, okay? Just be gentle with it, and don't break it, okay? See how I put a little bit of give, and just like an old bicycle tire, okay? All the way around, boom, we're back on, okay? That is the new one on the little washer. That's exactly where it's supposed to go. Now, you can lube that up with oil. Probably already has a little bit on it, but you know, just get it nice and smooth, and that goes back up into the where we took it out from. Okay, now this guy goes right back in. If you want, you could do what I'd recommend. Just make sure it's threaded right. Let's do it by hand first. Make sure it spins nicely. And then some people get out a torque wrench and all that stuff. As long as you don't do it as tight as it was, you're good. Don't be a bodybuilder. Okay, just hand strength tight. I always double check. Go back over this, make sure it's tight. Go back over the 24 millimeter, make sure it's tight. And then we just tighten that one, but just triple check. You don't want these things loose and oil spilling out. Here's where you put the oil back in right here. It's located to the left, right to the left of the engine. Just screw it to the left. And take it out. It takes about 8.5, as your owner's manual says, but I'd put in about maybe 8 and check the level, and if you need to, put in another half quart. You definitely don't want to overfill. Again, Mobil 1 040 European formula. Before I screw back on the cap, there's just some gunk around here, so I'm just going to clean that. I hate, little particles of dirt trying to fall in my